This is The Hunting Season by Caren Jensen. The 1st of November, my most beloved month. The way the crisp smell in the air wafts through my nostrils, the way the leaves crunch quietly under my boots, the way the cold air slightly nips my skin through my tweed jacket. Everything about this month I adore, chiefly because it's the beginning of hunting season. Yes, I am a hunter. Stated plainly and simply, I live for the hunt. There is no greater game in the world. I like to stalk my prey stealthily, outsmart them with my wit, and then, just when they think they are safe, end their life with a single bullet right between the eyes. The beast falls, and I hear the delightful thump and exhaled breath as the sparks drain from its eyes. That's my favorite part. Watching that moment from behind my rifle, the power that I have at that moment grasped between my hands makes me feel nothing short of godly. Blasphemous, you say? You may be right, but I ask you this. Why would God put these creatures and this technology on this earth if not for someone to make use of? After all, if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. And I must eat. I just choose not to eat fish. When I was just a lad, my father would wake me up early on the 1st of November every year and tell me to get dressed. He had smaller sized versions of his own clothes made, so in that sense, we looked like twins. Matching tweed jacket and trousers. He had his name embroidered on the inner pocket. A. Fudd. A fine, strong name. You know, we even had matching dark brown boots of supple leather, moisturized by hand after every excursion to never make a sound. The creak of a shoe could shatter the silence, meaning life for our quarry and disappointment for us. We looked quite the pair, my mother used to say as she fixed our caps, first over my father's head and then on my own. She would bid us happy hunting as we walked out of the cabin door with our rifles slung across our arms. We would come home, laden with the still warm bodies of whatever animal was in season at the time, and Mother would dutifully collect them, skin them, and prepare them for dinner. Her strong, wiry arms make smooth work of the rough job, her long fingers delicately grasping the knife as she separated the meat from the fur. Later, those same arms would be covered in flour as she rolled out the pastry for the pie crust and stirred the large pot bubbling with the filling. The scent of herbs and savory milk filled our little cabin. Her speciality was rabbit pie. Happy memories. But since that time, I have grown in stature, as well as skill. I no longer wear my child-side tweeds, but have moved on to my father's worn jacket and boots when he retired his shooting arm. I have surpassed him as a hunter now, though he refuses to agree. But did he ever hunt rhinoceroses in East Africa? Has he ever brought down a grizzly bear in the Rocky Mountains or a 12-pointed buck in the Scottish Highlands? No! I have traveled the world, hunting and bringing home heads to hang on my walls, tokens of my prowess with my keen eyes trained behind a gun. Showing him, with real tangible heads, my growing skill. But nothing is enough for him. I have felled the largest of beasts, but at one point I am still a failure in his eye. I've never shot a rabbit. Those elusive creatures, fast as lightning, more cunning than a fox. I've tried every possible means to catch one, but alas, none have worked. I would almost be able to give up the ghost, be happy with my large game accolades, and be able to retire to my hunting lodge safe in the knowledge that I am one of the best. But according to him, only a dead rabbit shows the true skill of a hunter. His technique differs from the most. Most hunters stomp around in the woods making a complete racket to scare the rabbits out of their hiding holes. Or some even use a ferret to find the rabbits for them. Cheaters, my father would call them, and rightly so. His technique was skillful, sagacious, and silent. Without a sound, he would make his way through the trees, careful to not even crunch the newly fallen leaves. Then, he would spot his prey, turn to look over his shoulder at me. hold his left index finger perpendicular to his lips, and whisper to me to not make a sound. Following his instructions exactly, even my heart would cease to beat. He would then turn back to see our target in the same spot, statuesque in his posture, except for the slight shaking of his long ears and round, calm tail. He would raise his rifle to his shoulder, breathe out an inaudible breath, and then squeeze the trigger. A shot would ring out, piercing the soundless forest, and our rabbit would lie dead on the ground next to his half-eaten carrot. So, I continued to search for those elusive cotton-tailed rabbits every hunting season. The years have passed. My hair is gone, and I've had to replace my father's tweed jacket with one of my own, embroidered with my own name on it, Ephod, on the inner lapel this time. Keeping true to my father's technique, I make sure my boots make nay a sound as I stalk through the forest. I watch for every twitch of the undergrowth, hoping, praying to catch one of those intangible great creatures unawares. I can hear my father's voice as I hunt, echoing in my head, telling me how to stand, when to be still, when to move, how to aim, breathe out, and then shoot. I even make the token gesture, turning to a non-existent hunting partner behind me, bringing my index fingers perpendicular to my lips, and whispering my father's words of caution. But my own voice reaches my ears instead. Be very, very quiet. We are hunting rabbits. Thank you very much.